Welcome to The Coffee Grind with the Denton Chamber of Commerce, powered in part by Classic of Denton.
Good morning, Denton. My name is Travis Veselka. I'm the Director of Membership and Marketing for the Denton Chamber of Commerce, and with me is my trusty co-host this month.
And good morning. I'm Christy Carruthers, and I'm the General Manager for 5 Star Rental.
You're watching the Chamber Coffee Grind. We're recording live from the DentonRadio.com studio inside of the Discover Denton Welcome Center in the historic downtown Denton Square. And we're here to keep you up to date with what's happening in the business community, highlighting featured initiatives and events from the Denton Chamber of Commerce. But today our featured topic is going to be an upcoming conference with Stoke. So we've got two special guests here, Ms. Heather Gregory and Emily Roden. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Just a brief little introduction from each of you, kind of like what you do and who you are in town.
Mm-hmm. So I'm Heather Gregory. I am the director at Stoke, which is Denton's co-working space and entrepreneurship hub. I, being the director, I kind of take the lead with the events and the programming that we do, the membership, managing the space.
You do it all.
That's a
I
lot.
do not do it all. I've got a great person on my team who really does everything that has to do with our marketing and our website. And,
that's fantastic.
And helps coordinate events and membership stuff. But yeah, between the two of us, yeah, we do plenty. But yeah, we've got about 70 different member companies that office at Stoke. And yeah, so we provide flexible and affordable office space in a community of entrepreneurs.
That's incredible.
Yes.
And I'm Emily Roden, and I am the co-founder and CEO of an organization that's located right here on the Denton Downtown Square called Ready Rosie. And we support school districts, public school districts, and Head Start programs across the nation. We're actually working in 48 states with, we support specifically their partnerships with families, so their family engagement and their work that they do to support families.
That's incredible.
I started here as a Denton ISD teacher, went to UNT, so Denton is where it all began, and about 6 years ago launched Ready Rosie.
That's awesome.
Oh,
And you're
nice.
just a few doors down.
Just a few doors down.
That's
You
really
can stop
cool.
by any time. It was a long commute to get here this morning. Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us. So we're here to talk about FlintConf. So what is this?
So this is Denton Startup Conference for hipsters, hackers, and hustlers.
Love it.
I love that too. We're very cool. And by that we mean, we were really trying to appeal to the creatives, the technologists, and just kind of those entrepreneurs, those with the that innovative kind of spirit. We see that is really a strong and driving force of the entrepreneur and small business community here in Denton. And so we've partnered with the Greater Denton Arts Council, hipsters,
Right.
artists, creatives, and Tech Mill, technologists, hackers, and then, of course, Stoke. And so we are the 3 partner organizations that are putting on this conference. And so, yeah, it's a day long. There are a ton of great speakers that we're doing, that we're having come out throughout the day, that really are talking to the pain points and the challenges that a lot of kind of starting and growing companies feel.
What's the date?
So the date is this Friday, April 12th, and it starts at 8 a.m. And it goes until 5, and then we're kind of winding down together from 5 to 7 at a happy hour at Armadillo Ale Works.
Oh,
That's really cool.
nice.
So what'd you say? Hipsters,
Hackers, hustlers.
hustlers. All right. So what are they?
We love
The 3
alliteration.
H's. Yes.
Yeah. So what is the purpose? What are we going to learn when we go to FlintConf?
So So I'm all about asking questions. So we sent out a survey to our membership, to the Greater Denton Arts Council membership, to other entrepreneurs and makers that we knew in the community. And we kind of asked, what do you want to learn? What are your pain points? What are your challenges? How can we help? And so really the content that was built out for the day was influenced 100% by the themes that came up. And so the morning is really heavy marketing and branding. So we've got longtime Stoke member Heather Steele of Blue Steel Solutions. Love her. And she's doing a talk called Building Your Business Battle Cry. So it's really kind of finding that brand story, figuring out what your pitch is. So she's doing a speaker session, and then her team is leading a breakout session.
Oh, nice.
That's going to dig deeper into like actually workshopping your pitch with you. And then we've got another marketing talk that Josh Berthoum of Swash Labs is doing. And it's going to be kind of using storytelling and strategy in your marketing efforts. So morning is kind of heavy with that kind of stuff. We also have a talk on burnout and resiliency and how to manage that, which is something that entrepreneurs really, I mean, it's a big
That's
deal.
highly relevant.
Yeah, absolutely. I can imagine with you too, working with your husband, right? Like, when do you stop working?
Yes.
Maybe never, ever. Another great one that we have that's kind of a story of an entrepreneur's experience, a great brand that was built right here in Denton is Wildflower Art Studio. Emily Stewart is going to be there, and she's going to talk about the amazing business that she's built. That's creative business, it's technology business, it's, you know, very Denton. And then, in the afternoon, it's going to be, we heard a lot of people talking about not only that they wanted to learn about options for how to raise funds to start or grow their business, but that they also wanted to know kind of the fundamentals of how do you create projections? How do you manage your cash flow, right? So that's going to be a lot of the afternoon, and then Emily is going to be closing out the day with her experience of building Ready Rosie, which you know, education tech is also, I feel like, very Denton, and and we want to give her the platform to tell her story too.
Oh my gosh! And from a personal perspective as well, that's really highly useful information.
Sure.
How can someone register, or are you still taking registrations?
We are still taking registrations. Yep. So tickets are on sale online through like midnight on Thursday night, and then people can also register at the door. So the website for the conference is flint.stokedenton.com. So you can go there, and there are buttons to go, but the registration is through Eventbrite.
Okay.
But
And there's a fee, I assume.
So it's $25,
Wow.
and
That's not bad
it's not
for
bad
a
at
day,
all.
no.
And that includes the meals.
Wow.
The education.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
it's breakfast and lunch and drink at happy hour if people want to
Oh
join
my
us
gosh!
there.
Well,
so
that's your whole day's
Absolutely.
budget. My gosh, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm impressed. That's
Bargain.
amazing. Yeah.
I would love to know where'd the name come from?
So Stoke, right?
Yes.
Our brand is a little flame, and so I'm terrible at naming things. I say, but it's true. I'm lucky that my babies have names that I like. It's just not my strength at all. So I worked with Lacey, who's on my team at Stoke, and Kyle Taylor, who's the president of Tech Mill.
Oh, yeah.
And they're wordsmiths and they're clever, and so they kind of came up with it. But it was really that idea of like
Fire starter.
the fire starter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and it
perfect.
ends up sounding very Slavic, right? FlintConf, but you know.
We're going to FlintConf.
It's symbolic though, as well. It's like what you're saying for new companies.
That's great. That's good
that need
branding.
that. Yeah, you know, very smart.
So, is there anything else that might be going on that we haven't covered quite yet?
So, some of the other components that we heard people talk about when we did the survey was wanting to know the local resources that were going to be that are here in Denton, and so we have the Texas Women's University Center for Women in Business.
Yes.
They're going to be there tabling. The SBDC, the chamber is going to be there. So we've got some different local resources so that people can kind of dig a little bit deeper into what's available.
Because that is hugely important.
It is.
It's one thing to, be starting up this company, but you've got to network and get out there.
Yeah.
And
Spread the word.
And absolutely. So
and the
that's
number
great.
one, like in the first business that I started, the first thing I learned was you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what questions to ask.
Yeah.
And so you don't know what resources are out there
Right.
if you've never been maybe even in the same room with them. And so that's a big thing. And then, we're trying to create some intentional networking opportunities for people to connect. And I know networking is kind of like people, I feel like either
People get
Love it,
I'm
love
supposed
it,
to
they
stay
hate it.
neutral, and I feel like
Yes.
networking, people either love it or hate it.
They do.
So, trying to create some intentional opportunities for people that want to talk about a certain subject to be able to do that. So we're trying to work all
That's
of that
great.
into
That
it.
is very good.
Because then you bring everybody in the room, they can talk about the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yeah, just to piggyback on that, networking is not really something to be intimidated by. It's really just having a conversation with people.
That's right.
And if you have a mission to go and sell your product, you're really not having a conversation.
Right.
So
No, it's as much as getting to know the other people that you're visiting with as sharing about you. In fact, I like that even more, just hearing about them. So
that's great. Perfect. That sounds like
I
a really
just have one
good
question.
mix
Is
of
this
stuff.
an annual? I mean, do y'all do this annually
This
or?
is the first time.
Okay.
We hope to do it every year.
Because I think it is a brilliant idea, especially as much as Denton is growing. Oh my goodness, it just seems like y'all would really target a lot of new companies and people that need this.
There was also a little article that came out in Denton Record Chronicle about the SBDC. They'll have to forgive me because I didn't check all the information in it, but that they were one of the top performing counseling
Oh wow!
institutions in the country with that. So, and just here in the little area. So it's a really good resource.
Yeah.
Is really what I'm trying to get at. All right. Well, if there's, it's at Flint.
It's flint.stokedenton.com.
Okay. So everybody who wants to go, you can get your registration completed before Thursday at midnight.
Yep.
And attend on a full day Friday.
Or you can register at the door.
Yep.
Correct?
Or you can
Yes.
come at 8:00 in the morning and
Okay.
register there. Yeah, absolutely.
You won't turn
Awesome.
people away.
Right. Right.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to be there.
Oh, great.
Nice.
So we'll see.
Hooray.
We'll see you then as well.
I'm out of town, but I really want to go. And Heather is phenomenal. I've heard her speak several times.
She's great.
She knows her marketing, and so that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be great. I hope for a
Great.
good turnout for you.
Yeah. While we're here, I would love. I'm so curious. I mean, I know that we're going to hear a little bit more about your
Sure.
story.
Yeah.
Could you give us a little teaser about what we're going to hear?
I would love to. Yes. Well, and just wanted to chime in a little bit about the networking aspect. I am a hater of networking and have been forever, but really it is networking that built my company and built my business. Especially it's such a exciting opportunity to be able to speak to some people that are thinking about these things here in Denton locally, because really the first people I called when I kind of had a concept were local designers, local developers. We use a lot of film production in our work. And so all of that was with 100% local Denton folks. And it's a place like Stoke at a conference like this, but really just all year long that makes those connections happen to bring talent together in Denton.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to talk about that story and the role that this great community has played in our success and our ability to really go global from here. So I'll talk a little bit about that, and then just a quick teaser. We're going to talk about the entrepreneurial mindset, and my whole background is in early childhood education, so I'm going to be relating the concept of being an entrepreneur and having that mindset to three things. So this really is a teaser to marshmallows, rats, and Batman.
Whoa.
So yes, so that's the teaser. If you want to
Very
know
exciting.
how marshmallows, rats, and Batman relate to what we do as
Entrepreneurship.
entrepreneurs,
I can't
then
wait
come.
to find out.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna have to take notes and share with me.
Yeah, for real. I'm picturing a whole thing in my head.
Yeah,
Batman, roasting marshmallows. Yeah.
Are you gonna be passing out marshmallows?
There is, I will say this,
Some
there
more?
is, I will be passing out something. It's not marshmallows, but I
okay.
will be passing out a little goodie as part of the
Hopefully
talk.
not rats.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the same thing I was about to say. I was like, no.
That sounds
That's
like
guaranteed,
fun,
not
though,
rats.
because
Yes.
that's sometimes can be a hard concept, especially changing your mindset or learning a new mindset. But I love your background, and we can all relate to that. We were all children, and just those simple things. That's going to be
And
That's
whether
gonna be so
you're
cool.
whether you're literally starting an organization or a company, or you're just incorporating that entrepreneurial mindset into the current work you're doing, it's that mindset that makes us successful in whatever journey we're on. So I'm excited.
Okay, I'm dying to hear.
Great
teaser.
Awesome. Well, don't go anywhere. We're going to run through some upcoming event announcements. If you've ever attended or you know any extra details about it, feel free to chime in. But we're going to run through some upcoming events. First off, we've got Thursday, April 18th, starting at 5. This will be the Chamber's April Membership Mixer. It's hosted by Andy B's Bowl Social. If you haven't been, they're a mix of bowling. They have a
Laser
restaurant.
tag.
Oh yes, laser tag.
I don't know why I always bring that up.
There's like a VR system in there. There's a bunch of games, but they also have a restaurant and a bar. So
Really
they'll be
nice
hosting.
space.
So that seems like a lot of
Have
fun.
y'all been there yet?
No,
Okay.
I haven't. Dying to go.
So fun, very fun. All right, and then the Chamber will be having their business networking lunch on Friday, April 19th at 11:30. This is a paid event. It's $20 registration for a member, $25 for a non-member, and you must register because it's capped and it will sell out. This is a great opportunity. Talk about networking, but it's more of an intimate kind of a setting.
Yeah, because it's a limited number of people. It's also on Good Friday, so I know that it's kind of a big deal, but some of us work on Good Friday. So
That's right. And it's at Spring Hill Suites
yeah.
by Marriott.
And then we've got Habitat for Humanity of Denton County is having their Dream Builders Luncheon Thursday, April 25th. That starts at noon. They're holding it at Spring Hill. It's $25 a person. You can register through their website. You can get to that link through the Chamber's calendar if you'd like. And I believe some of the families that have been helped by Habitat for Humanity are going to be present, and so they'll be sharing some of their stories.
That'll be really neat. Boy, Spring Hill is
they're a great event
sponsor.
venue.
They are a great event venue. April quarterly membership luncheon, sponsored by the Denton Chamber of Commerce. This is wonderful. Always one of my favorite things to go to. Will be held this month on Friday, April 26th from 11:30 to 1:30. This is also $35 a ticket. You will need to register for this. There's table sponsors opportunities. And then the deadline to register is April 19th. So make sure that will sneak up on you in a couple of weeks. Make sure that you get that in.
Yeah, the special kind of program for that is we're having
a big program.
The City Council Candidate Forum. And so different entities in town have different forums. This one is going to be centered around business, economic development, things that are relevant to the business community.
And this happens to be at Embassy Suites, so lots of great food in a big, generous space. And also, isn't it Leadership Denton's graduation?
Leadership Denton will be graduating.
So that's exciting.
Congratulations to them. They went through the whole 9-month program, came out on the other end successfully. So we'll be doing we had to kind of shorten it, but they'll have a graduation ceremony, so we'll celebrate that.
Someone asked me, because I know they had their big presentation in Denton the other night, will they be presenting a little bit about what their project was at this event?
Unfortunately, no, they won't be doing any kind of presentation at the April luncheon, but I can share that the project that they were kind of tasked with was helping to figure out what is the Chamber of the future and how can Denton's kind of become that for the community. And so they offered all kinds of industry best practices, but also things that were geared specific for the Denton community. And to have a task force essentially assigned to something like that was highly helpful. I can't even begin to tell you. So sorry, just skipped over this. The applications for Next Leadership Denton are due Tuesday, April 30th. So if you're interested, this is a class of folks that go through a 9-month program, and each month is a separate session that delves really deeply into just different aspects of Denton, from the arts and nonprofits to the schools to economic development, local government, county government, state government, a whole slew of different topics. And so by the end of that, you become really well aware of what's going on in the community, and you meet I wouldn't say all the right people, but you meet all the folks that can kind of get you where you need to go.
Right.
So applications are due April 30th. If you're interested, you can go to leadershipdenton.com and apply through there.
Okay. Aim for Health Clay Shoot. This sounds like fun. This is going to be May 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. They're going to shoot clay at 8:30
pigeons
in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's a little bit early for me. I would show up about noon.
Right.
Actually, it's almost an all-day event at Fossil Point Sporting Ground in Decatur. There is a fee or administration. It says prices vary, so maybe it depends on exactly how you want to
individual
participate.
or team.
Okay. But May 3rd at 8:30 a.m., it's sponsored by
Health
Aim for
Services
Health.
of North Texas.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
That's fun. Wow.
Yeah, so I believe it's a fundraising for Health Services of North Texas.
Okay, Health Services.
And then we've got Liberty Christian. They're doing a Top Golf tournament on May 3rd starting at 9. This will be at the Top Golf in the Colony. And you can gather your friends, register through Liberty Christian's website, and it benefits the students and programs at Liberty Christian School. It's a fun team building opportunity, so that would be really good.
Our company actually went. The owner surprised us one afternoon, and literally we closed the doors and we all got caravanned and went to Top Golf, and he treated us to lunch, and it was for a team building type thing. So I highly recommend. That is a great place to. You see everyone's personality come out, whether they're competitors or whatever. But have y'all been there? It is it is fun. I'm not a golfer, but I had a blast. It was so much fun. Okay, lastly, we have Club Pilates off of Teasley's ribbon cutting. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this place opening. Wednesday, May 8th. From 4 o'clock to 4:30, it will be their grand opening and ribbon cutting that the Denton Chamber of Commerce will be at. And this is always a fun way to come see our new and support our new companies. And a lot of the Denton Chamber staff will be there, as well as the ambassadors.
Yes.
So it's a great time to kind of come and support them and hang out and meet all the new people at that place.
I want to say this is their 6-month anniversary. So it's it's a good timely,
I wonder if they'll be leading a Pilates class for the people coming.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That would be kind of
wear your workout clothes. Just in case. No, I'm kidding.
I've never done Pilates. Has anybody done Pilates?
I have.
This could be your chance.
That's the one where you get on the machines and you stretch and do all that kind of good stuff?
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Oh, see, I need to go because I don't know what's going on. All right, so before we wrap up, we always want to ask our prepared fun question. And no, I didn't prepare you for this. So
On the spot question.
That's the irony of the prepared fun question. So really what it boils down to is you can answer one or both, but what was your first job? And what's your favorite way of dentoning? So one, either, both.
Okay, first job, Iced Paradise across from Piggly Wiggly.
Wow.
Oh,
when
wow.
it was Piggly Wiggly, because I'm Denton native.
Yes.
So
I remember Piggly Wiggly.
Yep. And favorite way of detoning probably just has to be Arts and Jazz Fest. It's so classic.
Just coming up.
I'm
Great
just going
answer.
to skip to the second favorite way of detoning. My family and I live less than a mile or less than a half mile from the square. And so our favorite way of detoning is every single Saturday morning, weather permitting, we walk up to the square and just take advantage of all the awesome things from donuts to coffee to shopping to just running around on the lawn. So that's our favorite way of
That is
detoning.
perfect. I
Yes.
love that.
Excellent answers, both. That was really great. All right, well, thank you both for being here. So thank you, Heather. Thank you, Emily. I'd also like to thank Christy. And thank you to DentonRadio.com for their support in the production of the Chamber Coffee Grind. So thank you, Jake. And for more information about the Denton Chamber of Commerce, you can check us out at denton-chamber.org. You can follow and friend us on social media. And remember to tune in every Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at classicofdenton.com.